This is Hannibal here from thehannibaltv.com, and I'm with two of the three members of Primal Fear. The other one, Matt, is here, but he's having some Wi-Fi connection issues. But Adrian is here, and Gabriel. They've wrestled for Ring of Honor, AEW, all over the place. So how are you guys tonight?
Doing good, man. Just hoping that my connection does not keep messing with me while we're trying to do this interview.
Yeah.
Where have you been wrestling lately?
A lot of places on the East Coast, PPW, DCW, ROH.
How is Ring of Honor doing these days? I heard they were almost at the point of closing down. Are things getting better?
Honestly, man, we as a talent don't really know much. I mean, they got the show scheduled for April for WrestleMania weekend, and that's really all we know.
And how did you guys get into the business? Did you all start together, all three of you?
Is Manny still here? Did we lose Adrian?
Yeah. I imagine that they're going to be popping in and out as we go.
In and out. So them two actually went to high school together. I didn't meet them until I started training, but them two went to high school together. They always planned to get into wrestling together. They were in a band together before they got into wrestling, and then they were a group for a little bit before I got put in with them.
And what made you become a pro wrestler?
Man, growing up, I always loved wrestling. I was at WrestleMania when it was in Philly. I mean, I was 2-3 years old, and I was in the crowd there. It was just really all I ever knew. All my family, they're all huge wrestling fans. My uncle tells about him laying on the floor watching wrestling and me giving him an elbow drop off the couch when I was like 2. So I think it was just really something I was born to do.
Who trained you?
I'm sorry, my connection kept going in and out, so I switched to my phone. So hopefully I have a better connection now.
Yeah, hopefully Matt will too, because I think he's been like that for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, now. Matt's always having
long.
an issue trying to connect to these things. It's always Matthew.
So who trained you guys for pro wrestling?
You want to take it?
Well, yeah, we all started at the Monster Factory in Paulsboro, New Jersey. We were trained by, at the time, was Punishment Martinez, who goes by Damian Priest now, United States champion in the WWE. I'm sure you guys all know who he is. They also had guys like QT Marshall there training, the Blue Meanie, William Wiles, who's a former ECW wrestler. And then we were there for about 3 years, right, Gabriel? 3 years?
Yeah, about 3 years. Maybe even a little less. And then
I think we got into the dojo in 2019, right?
Yeah, which was after our second ROH tryout. We got invited to train at the ROH dojo, which just opened in Baltimore. And when we were at the dojo, we were trained by Jonathan Gresham and Will Ferrara.
Mm-hmm. BJ Whitmer was there for a little bit. Delirious showed up every now and then. But yeah, but the main guys we credit to as our trainers are Damian Priest and Jonathan Gresham and Will Ferrara. We feel like we've gotten like the most from them. We spent the most time in the ring with them, picked their brains the most. So those are the guys we credit to as far as the ones being who trained us.
How many years have you been in the business for now?
7 years.
Yeah, this December for me was just 6.
Yeah, I started in August 2015.
Yeah.
Someone wants to know which old school wrestlers inspired you. Jeff Hoover is asking.
Oh, well, what is old school? because I'm kind of young. Like old school.
Yeah,
to
what
me
is old
like,
school?
Well, what
old school to me is like
Listen.
Triple H.
Yeah. Is it the 90s for you guys or the early 2000s?
Like late 90s. So I was born 95.
All right. So yeah, well, whatever you guys consider old school. So you say Triple H.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Triple H fan. Love Triple H. Love like the late 90s Shawn Michaels. Late 90s Undertaker when he was in the Ministry. Yeah, probably them three. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H.
I mean, like when I was really young, my dad watched a lot of WCW. So the guys that I really liked, even before that, like Hulk Hogan's was very popular. So, you know, you'd be lying if you were a kid and say you didn't like Hulk Hogan. I liked Hulk Hogan, but in WCW, I like guys like Diamond Dallas Page, Goldberg, Sting was cool. But as I got a little older, like early 2000s, I was a huge Triple H fan. But I appreciate him now because when I was young and I was watching, man, I hated him because I thought he was such a great heel. And like he made the World Heavyweight Championship mean so much at that time. So like Triple H is like definitely one of my biggest influences. Shawn Michaels too.
Michael Collins wants to know if they have pictures up of at the Monster Factory of all the most famous graduates that have been through there.
They do. The walls. If you ever go to the factory, the walls are covered in pictures. And the new thing Dan's doing, which I think is pretty cool, is he's hanging the T-shirts like from Pro Wrestling Tees or whatever from all his graduates in there. And
yeah, he doesn't got our stuff hanging up there, but he will.
Yeah, not yet.
Give us a couple years, you'll see our stuff hanging in there.
But and as far as graduates coming through, yeah, I mean honestly, you really never knew who was going to come through. Anyone could come by at any time. We on a Thursday one time we're told, hey, you guys are wrestling the Headbangers on Saturday. And we were just like, what? Like, that's crazy, but that's the lineage that comes through that facility is, them kind of guys all came from there. And they would show up occasionally, and come by, help out, train.
Who hooked you up with the AEW Dark matches that you guys had recently?
You said who hooked us up?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if I mean like QT works there, and I've like personally reached out to QT, like I DM'd him asking like how to go about to get an opportunity for AEW, and he just sent me the email, like the connect email, and I just sent him my resume. You just keep sending the emails until they get back to you, and it took a few months.
Bit, yeah. And
a
that's
few
coming
months.
from us who like we have a personal relationship with QT, like we have stayed at his house before,
I think we're losing you a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that.
Maybe you could tell us what he said.
I think what he was trying to say is pretty much like we've had a personal relationship with QT. When we first started training at the Monster Factory, he was there, and he played a role in our development. And when he I think he lived in Jersey, and then he moved to Georgia, opened his own school.
To open this facility, yeah. And we went down for his opening weekend, and we stayed in his house during that camp. Like, QT is someone who's really good to us, and like I'm super grateful for. And I mean, he's a great guy to have, to have connections with. But even with those connections, it's like we still had to hustle to get even just that dark match. Like,
how was
just
that?
Just because someone don't mean they can get you a job.
True. How was the experience of the AEW Dark match, from behind the scenes to being in the ring to the feedback you got after?
I thought the overall experience was like fucking really awesome. I have never been in that kind of like I guess atmosphere, stage, whatever. Like I've never been through that kind of experience. I've never like been backstage at WWE. Only Ring of Honor and like AEW were like the two big promotions I've been behind. And AEW was just pretty cool, man. Just seeing like all these stars that I've never seen before in person, just seeing them walk around backstage. I was a little starstruck when I saw Chris Jericho. I thought that was pretty cool. It
Yeah,
was
and
just
then
very
I
cool,
mean,
man. That's
even for us to, we flew down to do the Orlando tapings at the old Impact Zone where they do the Dark now, and I mean that was a really cool experience. Like being on that bus and being like, man, I'm getting taken to like a soundstage in Universal Studios to go wrestle. Like I'm wrestling at Universal Studios. Like that's unbelievable, man. Little 5-year-old me would freak out.
yeah, and us taking that trip was my first time flying on an airplane. Like I've never been on a plane before. Last time I was like a child, very, very young, and I have no memory of that experience. So it was pretty cool flying out to Florida to wrestle there.
How choreographed are the matches in AEW? We know WWE pretty much everything for TV is planned step by step. Is it like that for AEW Dark too? Or is it pretty much
Absolutely not. No, I mean that it was honestly our Dark match was no different than any indie match I've ever put together, and I will say shout out to 2.0 and Daniel Garcia because it was a fucking pleasure working with them. They were great.
Yeah, they do have agents and producers there to help, I guess, put whatever you guys like the ideas for the match together. So they do have like veteran wrestlers there helping out the young talent put stuff together.
So how many AEW Dark matches have you guys had all together so far?
2.
Cool.
Yeah,
What was
just
your
two. Next month they're coming to AC, and AC is my hometown, so I'm hoping we can get on that.
Yeah, what was your best experience overall about those AEW shows? Was there one like meeting that stood out to
So
you?
for me personally, what were the tapings? Sunday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the
Sunday.
tapings were Sunday. We flew out Friday night, and the three of us just hung out Saturday. And like that, I think was the coolest part. You know what I mean? Like we went to Universal Studios. Like we got to just hang out in Florida. You know, we're 3 kids from South Jersey, and we just decided, to chase this wrestling thing. And all of a sudden, we're on a beach in Florida. Like it was just cool to be in that moment.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave. I was like, man, fuck Jersey. I'm about to stay in Florida. That was a great experience. Very, very awesome.
Who was the coolest wrestler you met backstage as far as like maybe a star that gave you advice or treated you special or something like that?
I mean, we know at AEW, we don't know a lot of guys, but we knew a lot of the guys from, the indies or whatever. But as far as like a star, we were in the locker room with Brian Danielson, and I mean, he's awesome, man. He's the nicest guy in the world.
I thought everyone was pretty cool as well, because like even us as like being the extra talent, just walking around backstage, like the stars, they will kind of like say hello to you, like make everyone feel like comfortable.
Yeah.
Like they don't treat anyone as a stranger or anyone, so we all felt welcomed or whatever. So it was very nice of everyone. It was cool.
Michael wants to know about the Primal Fear logo on your hat. Who came up with it, and could you tell us a bit about your gimmick?
Talk to him, Gabriel. Where the hat
about
come from?
No, but he's saying the logo.
Oh, the logo?
Yeah, like who made our logo?
Oh. Damn, I'm drawing a blank with his name right now.
His name.
But it's a guy
the logo itself is a African ancient symbol for change.
A Dikra symbol.
Yeah.
What's the story about the hat?
No, the hat is just I got a buddy that opened up a hat shop. He made 3 of the hats, and a lot of people keep asking for them, so we might have to start mass producing them.
So could you tell us about the gimmick? There's 3 of you. I mean, Matt is still
he's stuck out there, man. What Matt is doing right now is a summary of the gimmick. Just a disaster, just chaos.
Who came up with it?
Well, originally our name. Well, all right. So Gabriel wasn't a part of the original trio. It was me, Matthew, and another friend of ours who started pro wrestling the same time as we did. And our friend had got hurt. He had 2 concussions, I think, and then he stopped wrestling. So Damian Priest threw the idea of us having Gabriel join the stable, and we figured why not? We all had a pretty good connection. We were all good friends, so it was a perfect fit. But originally, the name of the trio was Primal Hate. The name was given to us by Blue Meanie, and I think the following week it was changed to Primal Fear. But at first it was we had to kind of figure out the gimmick because the name was given to us. We wanted to be somewhere on like the dark, gothic kind of side. So for us, since we never created the name,
it's evolved big time from when it first started. We were like, jungle monsters with war paint on, and
yeah, like the gimmick was very cartoonish at first. So we spent these years just trying to evolve it and make it more, I guess you can say, realistic or more relatable or easier to understand. And honestly, man, we're just 3 dudes who are just hungry, starving, ready to take on whatever comes our way. And we're just not going to let fear get in the way of anything. So that's the Primal Fear, man. Primal Fear doesn't stop us, but Primal Fear stops everyone else from attaining whatever it is that they want to attain.
Yeah, I mean, basically, to sum it up, you could say it's the gimmick, but it's true, man. We're just 3 guys that are going to do whatever the fuck we need to do to get over.
Yeah, somebody get Matt a better phone so he could help get himself over future interviews. Michael wants to know, if you go into a larger company, would you want to go in as just the 3 of you, or would you be cool if, let's say, AEW put you in the Dark Order, or if WWE put you in whatever group they have?
At this point, I would be down for anything. I mean, if AEW, if Tony Khan called me tomorrow and said, we want you guys in the Dark Order, I would, without a doubt, accept it. I'm in no position to say no.
I don't know, but at the same time, I agree with Gabriel, but I disagree too, because man, I think it'd be so cool if everything we work so hard for can kind of just manifest, and our presentation can be put on TV the way we want to present it, So I think it's been cool that we've had these opportunities on Ring of Honor, Future of Honor, AEW Dark as the trio that we are trying to present to the world. So if we can do that and get signed and, just fucking have a ball, then I'm all for it, man. But it's all about, we just got to keep pushing, keep doing it. And I feel like we got something coming, man. I'm very confident in what we're trying to bring to pro wrestling. I'm very confident.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, what we bring to pro wrestling is so different than so many other trios out there, or you know what I mean? There's not many trios that the 3 of us literally came up together. We weren't 3 guys that were thrown together by a company or we started from nothing and came up through everything together. It's unique. There's not I don't think there's another trio out there that can say that they started training together and got all the way to where we are now completely together.
Hey man, every time we're at these independent shows, these like bookings that we're taking, we always have guys coming up to us like, man, we like I they say I see you guys, you know, working hard, getting great opportunities, and like, you know, it makes me feel really good because we've really struggled for years, man, trying to get opportunities as a six man, which is extremely difficult because it's pretty hard getting booked as a singles wrestler. So imagine a 3-man team, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, just the fact that we have stuck to, we've had our ups and downs, and just the fact that we're here still today, you know, pushing strong, and guys are finally starting to recognize is fucking awesome. So we're just gonna keep pushing, man, because I truly believe in what we got coming.
Wayne wants to know what else you guys do besides wrestling, or does wrestling pay the bills?
Wrestling does not pay the bills. Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
I currently work as a teacher in a 7th and 8th grade special ed classroom, which is really far away from the gimmick, which is like completely different lives.
Like Clark Kent.
Yeah.
But besides wrestling, I'm a server, part-time server. I am also a digital artist. I do commissions for people. And yeah, I think those are my only other sources of income. I'm also a trainer at Super Crazy Academy, or the Skid Row Academy in Deptford, New Jersey. So, you know, that's another steady source of income right there. But pro wrestling is not paying the bills, not yet. But we have been making the most amount of money in pro wrestling, so like as of late.
This year and last year, we definitely didn't make enough. We didn't make a killing, but we've made enough that I can put professional wrestler on my taxes.
Very good. Yeah, that's good because you can write off your road expenses.
Yeah.
Somebody says that New Jersey was recently named the best state to live in all of the
Absolutely
United
not.
States. Yeah,
Wrong.
they want to know your opinion on that.
Yeah, no. I love New Jersey. I'll probably never move out of New Jersey. New Jersey sucks. It's awful.
How you gonna say Jersey sucks and not want to move out of it?
Because it's my place to suffer.
Have you guys had much experience with groupies yet?
Oh, not I. No. I think I don't know, man. I don't know if the business is like that anymore. Is it?
I don't know. I haven't been to AEW. I don't know if they have them or not.
They're definitely not at the indie shows that we're
at. Someone wants to know, you mentioned Blue Meanie was your mentor. Did he have any particular input in your group, since he was also part of a 3-man group with the Blue World Order?
You know, I never even put that together until just now.
Yeah, right? Never even thought of that.
In a trio as well. That's crazy.
Right?
Blue Meanie was around, never much for my training. I know he was there a little more for you guys, right?
Yeah. Blue Meanie was very big in character development and promos during training. It was great to have someone who actually has had WWE experience. So, and like I said, man, he was the one who came up with our original name, Primal Hate. We spent like hours trying to come up with a name, and it took him like a few minutes. He's like, why don't you guys just be Primal Hate? And we're like, okay, we'll run with it.
Is there any, you mentioned the Headbangers and of course your AEW matches. Is there any other famous teams or wrestlers that you guys have been in the ring with?
Fala Ba,
man.
who's an Impact.
So many guys, man.
Yeah, Nick Camarado, Preston Vance. I mean, Nick and Preston are at one point 2 of my best friends who I was out with every weekend, and I've wrestled countless times.
But even like I've had
Alpha
singles
Junior, we
matches
just
with.
wrestled.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've had singles matches with Cheeseburger, who's world famous CB right now, Delirious from Ring of Honor, Braxton Sutter, who's currently the Blade in AEW. Even Ring of Honor, we've had
Yeah, I
matches
mean
against
Bandito,
Bandito.
Shane Taylor.
Yeah, Shane Taylor Promotions, The Righteous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put up the promo picture here so people can see Matt's picture since I don't
He's not
think
in
He is the fallen brother.
there. Yeah.
Who makes your ring gear? It's pretty good gear.
So in that picture, the jackets are by Scene Sick, and
Yeah,
then
Scene Sick.
our tights are usually made by Killa Custom, Kim, who she does
Yeah,
a
but
lot
the
of.
set.
Go.
Yeah, the set that we have on in that picture was made by Main Event, and they do tons of WWE stuff. But man, yeah, the gear, like we were saying, it took years for us to try and like figure out what our look was going to be. I mean, look, the only way you can describe it is you just got to spend money and just go through your errors and figure out what's going to work, what's not going to work, and at this
Yeah.
moment, we're still trying to like make our look even better.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we had someone come up to us, someone very high up, and just look us dead in the face and say, if you spend over $1,000 in gear, you guys will get put on TV.
Yeah, it's very important. Maria wants to know who your toughest opponents have been.
As far as hardest hitting, Shane Taylor, that 6-man title match, them boys, they don't play, man. They throw hands. SOS and Shane Taylor and SOS. We came through the ROH dojo with them. They're great guys. It's awesome to see what they're doing out there. But yeah, that Shane Taylor match was no joke.
If people want to search up some of your better matches on YouTube, what do you suggest that they search?
I would suggest them possibly either signing up for the Fight app or going to ROHWrestling.com because they have TV episodes for free on the website you can check out. You even ROH week by week on YouTube.
Yeah.
And
We don't have a lot of. I was gonna say we don't have a lot of matches on YouTube. So if you type in Primal Fear, it's probably gonna be a bunch of old matches. So you're gonna have to go into the ROH YouTube channel, go to the ROH week by week, and try to like look for pictures of us in the cover photo to see us there.
How's the backstage in Ring of Honor compared to AEW?
Really not much difference. Both full of cool people. You know, we've been in both companies. Obviously, not as much AEW, but man, really great guys. Like, I haven't come across anyone that I was like, oh man, that dude's an asshole. Like, everybody's been really cool.
Especially during the pandemic, like the ROH made sure to take care of everyone. Like during the pandemic, we were getting tested twice out there. Great experience every time we've been at Ring of Honor.
Somebody wants to know if you would face Billy Gunn and his two sons in a trio match. Is that something you'd like?
That's hilarious. The second time we went to AEW, we actually thought going in that's who our match was going to be. And we know Austin Gunn because he trained with us at the ROH dojo for a little bit. So we have a little bit of a relationship with Austin. So I would love to have that match.
Hell yeah, man. Throw any trios our way. We'd be down for anything. Let's go. That's what it's all about.
What would be your dream trio match in both AEW and WWE?
WWE. I mean, it's hard to turn down a match with the New Day. I mean, And that's, I mean, Usos and Roman. I mean, I think the Usos are the best tag team in the world right now. So I would love to work them.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to face Super Click, Young Bucks, Adam Cole, or Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. That shit would be dope.
Anything with the Young
Bucks.
What's your finishing move?
So it is a double flapjack, and then I do like the X Factor, like X-Pac, which I always thought was really cool because X-Pac's like one of my favorite wrestlers when I was a little kid.
And where can
it's called The Suffering.
The Suffering, okay.
The Suffering.
Where can people follow you guys on social media if they want to look you up and keep up to date with your appearances and stuff?
You want to go ahead?
You can follow me personally. You can follow my Instagram at Soriano_saga. Same for Twitter. You want to plug your personal, Gabriel?
Yeah. So I got a Twitter, an Instagram, and a TikTok, and they are all fear_Gabriel13. All the same.
Man, I started TikTok and it only lasted a few weeks. I had to delete it.
I don't know
it's taking up too much space on my phone and I don't use it.
Yeah, it's hard.
But we also have an email that anyone can reach out to. It's trueprimalfear@gmail.com. Bookings, inquiries, whatever. You guys have any questions, shoot us an email. We also have a Facebook.
A Pro Wrestling Tees and a What a Maneuver. I know that's a hot issue going on right now, so we got both of them.
Yeah, prowrestlingtees.com/trueprimalfear. And for What a Maneuver, I'm not sure what our tag is, but you can just look up stores and type in Primal Fear and we'll pop up. I think Matthew's Twitter and Instagram is Matt Omen 999. If you guys want to hit him up and find our lost brother.
Yeah, he's a good brother. He's just lost in the inner space right now.
At least he's stayed online trying.
Oh, he's texting me.
He's trying
this whole time.
Oh, wow. I hope you guys could get enough bookings to get him some better Wi-Fi or something.
Yeah,
for sure, man.
That's a 2022 goal. Get Omen better Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Tony Khan is listening, pay them more next time they do AEW Dark. Well, I'll let you guys close this off with whatever you want to say to the fans. Thanks for checking in, and I wish you good luck with wherever you end up in your career.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know, man. I just want to let everyone know that I'm Adrian Soriano. That's Gabriel Hodder, our brother Matthew Yeoman, who's not here right now. If you're listening, if you're watching, just know that Primal Fear is going to make an impact in the year 2022. We've been around for many years, and now it's time for everyone to know who we are. It's time for us to put up or shut up, and we're putting up. So I'm just letting y'all know right now.
This is something different, man. Like I said, this is a trio that has been born and bred. We have entered training systems as a trio. We have been trained to be a unit. There's really not anything like us in wrestling. And check our shit out.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video, then